For families who were already on the breadline or juggling a challenging home life, the lockdown makes their situation even more precarious. So how are they coping and what's been done to help? Here's Kaye Nicholson.
Yes, Andrea, it's a glorious evening here on Blackford Hill, but just like the city below, it's pretty quiet. Empty golf courses, empty play parks and empty streets. And in the houses and flats you can see in the distance, families are doing their bit to stay home and stay safe. But in a picture reflected across the country, many are struggling. This has become a familiar sight in these times. Armies of volunteers trying to make sure that no family goes hungry. Melissa's sons are 11, 9 and 7. As the days and weeks go on, she's worried.
Everybody's absolutely struggling now, and it's only been the first couple of weeks. Obviously it's either me paying for food for the kids or paying for gas, electricity and internet bills to try and keep them entertained. Can't go food shopping, can't take the boys out anywhere, and if it wasn't for these girls, then I don't know what we would do.
This goes much deeper than the cost of a food shop. It's fuel poverty, isolation, lack of space and uncertainty. STACEY BERKERY and her son Cian live in this high-rise flat.
We've not got a garden, we can't go to the park or we can't go anywhere actually, so we're restricted to the house. And the balcony is 10 floors high. And double the electricity, double the food, because they're not at school in that, it's hard, it is hard.
We had a girl the other day who was 2,093 on the list, waiting in the queue for universal credit, so they don't have any money coming in, and they've got the kids in the house all day, so they'd have to go to the shops every day, and that's what we don't want, because the government are saying stay in the house.
For some, isolation brings with it other challenges.
This is day 15 of isolation. Came home from work and Katie is very hyper and bored.
16-year-old Danica is a young carer for her sister Katie, who's 13. She's juggling her part-time job at a supermarket with keeping Katie occupied. She sent us this video diary explaining what life in lockdown is like for them.
Being stuck indoors has had an impact on the whole entire family, not having a routine there or anything. Katie decided to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and not go back to sleep. So our day started quite early. We've painted, done hammer beads and cooked today. It's been really hard on Katie because she doesn't understand why she's not getting to go to school or why she's not getting to go swimming on the weekend or shopping. We tend to have a lot of arguments over it, shouting, don't we? Because you can't go out. But hopefully it's all over soon.
One thing that the lockdown has demonstrated is how resilient these young people are, because amazingly not too many of them have gone into a form of crisis. It's something like the lockdown, everything is pushed to its limits, and these people that are in food poverty, low income to no income, it just throws a complete spanner in the works.
And with no clear end in sight, fears are deepening about how some families will be able to cope under that strain. Kaye Nicholson, STV News, Edinburgh.
Kaye, what are campaigners saying about this?
Well, before this crisis hit, child poverty was already a huge issue in Scotland, with an estimated 1 in 4 families living in poverty. And it's far too early to say really how much this crisis could plunge further people into deprivation. But for now, around 40 Scottish charities and other groups, including churches, have written a letter to the UK Chancellor, calling on him to increase child benefits to help soften the blow. And meanwhile, the Edinburgh Poverty Commission, they're asking people to get in touch about their stories of living on the breadline. They say that might help to call for quicker action.
From the capital, Kaye, thank you.